Our project, which we present here, is called New Nations, and we think nowadays that the structure of nations are overcome or are not important, but in the internet, in fact, there is the power structure beyond is real based on this national law.
So yeah, the internet was a thing that was set up by the Americans. So all the top-level domains we have nowadays, .com, .net, and so was set up by the Americans, and then that everyone joined. They set up a country code top-level domains, so .de for Germany, .ch for Switzerland, for example, and these nations have then the right to decide what is happening with these top-level domains. But it means that everything that is outside of this nation structure, you are only allowed to use .de if you have an address in Germany, for example, because there are special rules. And we do kind of an extension of this top-level domain system, which is called New Nations. So we create virtual nations, .ti for Tibet, for example, or .uu for the Uigurs, for the Uigurs, or .te for Tamils.
This is what we present here. Those are these 3 top-level domains we created here, but this is an open source project and then community project, and it's open for other groups. They like to join this project and like to have an own such a...
The Uigurs are in Western China, and there was once a nation, but it was not in this shape, and they now, I think, decided to this flag for them, but it's always very, very changing, and there are many possibilities of having a flag and
so
showing
I think
that.
Anyway, the virtual nations are the more gegenwärtig, the more recent form of nations anyway. So it's better for these groups and cultures.
Or like nation is such a mythological notion. You know what I mean? It's always virtual. It's always beyond the real. You know what I mean? Because the borders don't exist. It's just a matter of this configuration that happens in the psyche. You know,
it comes also from this idea, the national state, that one country, one people, one language, one country. It's not like
it existed before. It didn't exist.
No, there was no top-level domains because there was no country.
Because it is really about this national law.
We can go here to China, for example. .cn is the top-level domain for China, and here we do have on another levels these monitors that show found footage or video footage of such media news that we see usually when we see something about Tibet, the riots. And when we move here the mouse, we come to another level, and we see here now oops, I have to open it.
So this is a website.
This is a website, and this is now the website of New Nations. And here we are in the part for Tibet, and we see here now passing by some websites that are already in this system. It started now. Everybody can go to the address www.new-nations.net and can register for free there an own
or whatever
domain.
So, but if I imagine this also has this very important political statement about the countries that you have selected to represent in a way.
The interesting part is that we think it is not important nowadays that the nationality, the national power structure, whatever, because we are citizens, we are global citizens, so we travel around and we eat Vietnamese food, we wear Italian clothes, and we are not related to this nation stuff anymore.
Yeah.
But it is, in fact, it influences our communication in a fundamental way, and that's the interesting part on this. Because now, also with this war on terrorism, it's to see that there are even the contents of these groups deleted because they are terrorists. So for Chinese, the Tibetans or the Uigurs, they are terrorists, and so they have not the possibility or the right to for the free speech or whatever.
Yeah, well, like there is no, like I think that interesting thing of even the notion of nation is certain degree of self-governance. Self-determination,
right.
And that's what we see that,
yes,
of course, with a problem with oppression and violation of human rights.
Yes.
So, in a way, we are recognizing a nation that doesn't exist anymore as an independent. It's a kind of a paradox that you are posing in a way.
Yes.
Creating a nation where the nation should not exist.
Right.
But seems like we need.
It's a very playful manner.
Yeah.
It is not important anymore, and so the interesting part is really to construct these virtual new nations. They are not related to a territorial struggle in that way. So this is about communication, about culture, about exchange, and these are the interesting parts on this project. So everybody can join a virtual new nation Tibet or a virtual new nation of the Uigurs or whatever, and this is the interesting thing that we can think about, also about the virtual space in another way, in a way that it is about communication and options and possibilities of communication.
Even if you see it like that, I totally see it with a political slant. You know what I mean? I totally see it that you show solidarity joining, for example. Like you make a website and why? Okay, I can be in the United States or I can be in Germany, but I have a domain that is .ti, then it will give existence in a way to something that is in danger.
Maybe we can help to overcome this nationalized structure system.
Yeah.
But we can't overcome by ignoring that. And this
Probably,
is the interesting stuff on this project, because there are really the contents, the freedom of speech and everything is challenged by this war on terrorism for these people. And so it is interesting to create these virtual nations, because we think virtuality is something like Second Life or whatever, YouTube, but here we can start another dimension of virtuality.
Yeah. Well, perhaps, and it's kind of at the top level, because if you see the internet is made by those nodes, by those addresses, and so perhaps we should create one that is just .earth or something like that, La Tierra, or in Esperanto, some other language that doesn't say that is English.
But no, the interesting part is really that the fact is that it is part of this national agreement or international agreement, and so it is our communication structure is not that free. The World Wide Web is not so worldwide and free.
www.nations-nations.net. And it's mostly in German.
It's a community project. There is endless amount of languages that can put in there. So right now it's in English, it's in German, it's creating now in Tibetan, and other languages will follow.
Yeah, great. And where are you based?
I live in Berlin.
And I live in Zurich.
Yeah, and I remember the last year project.
Yes.
Yeah, the huge giant firewall. China. Yeah, that's what I think that is some constant theme over there, even if you try to not say it. Okay, you are saying it. Well, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Okay, great work.